There you go. Scary music. For 2 hours? Ooh, spooky Halloween lo-fi. I like. That's not Halloween. Also, hello Timal. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are just starting. There you go. Spooky Halloween lo-fi. That'd be good, right? Okay. How's it going? I'm doing good, thank you. I haven't, you know what? I'm just gonna switch over since we are just... There you go. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not, my mouth is not moving. My mouth be not moving. Please wait one moment as I fix. You're, oh, got a tad sick. Oh no, I hope you feel better soon. Hi, Rafang, thank you for the sub. Ooh, 19 months, nice.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Hi, Rafang.
Hey.
How's it going?
It's going good. Not much has happened since I last talked to you about 30 seconds ago.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, like, I thought I'd be polite to ask, but okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Wow, it's good. Oh, I like this background you have.
Thank you. It's really nice, isn't it? But like, my mouth isn't moving.
Yeah, I noticed that. It's strange. Might have to make sure you have the right mic selected.
I think it is. You know what? Good question. Is my mic's? Oh, that might be the reason. Okay.
There you go.
There we go. Okay. Yeah. No. That's working now. Thanks. Makes sense now. Ta-da! I'm back. Okay. Hi. Hi, Blaze Rider. Hello, Battle Court. Welcome. Today we are talking about scary stuff. Or at least I feel it's probably scary stuff. I don't know. I did tiny bits of research. I'm not a fan of horror, but like if you guys have any horror stories that you want to share, I'm totally willing to listen, read, and stuff. But yeah. That being said, urban legends are fun. What type of urban legends do you know about? You had to look at folklore. You don't know much. That's okay. Oh, you have an actual true scary story. Okay, now I'm scared. As you're typing that up, let's see. What sort of scary stories do I know? Like, I know some really like popular Japanese urban legends from a certain point in your life. Oh, Battle Court. All right, buckle up, everybody. We're gonna listen to Battle Court's life stories. Sorry, no, I mean, yeah. Hello, Seiji. Yes, spooky story is a monthly staple. I mean, it is spooky month, right? So, makes sense, right? Right? Maybe. Yeah. It'll be fun. Hello, Yenny. It's been a while. How's it doing? Anyway, so as Battle Court is typing, because you know we don't want it to silent stream. I shall tell my first. You're studying. Good luck. Yeah. Anyways, I shall tell my first scary story that I know of. In Hong Kong, there is a university called University of Hong Kong, and obviously,
nice direction name, straight to the point.
Yeah, I know, right? Great naming sense. But anyways, take your time, Battle Court. One urban legend that I got reminded of was because of the game Tsugunohi. Oh, Hellsoul, thank you for the sub. That one about twins being connected to each other and what happens when one of them dies first. Oh. Okay. Well, thank you for the host too. That's like the premise already makes it sound kind of scary.
That's not, like, just even just from like a literal point of view of like having someone who's like exactly the same as you genetic like dying before you is kind of like
that is
a
kind
psychological
of
thing.
that is kind of creepy.
Scary.
But then again, oh, by the way, Rafunk has just joined me. I don't have your image on here. I apologize, Rafunk. You know what? I'm just gonna do what I did last time. Oh, sorry, wrong place. Da-da-da. There we go. Don't know if it'll work. We shall see. There you go. It's not working. Give me 1 second. I mean, like, I'm so prepared. Right? I'm super prepared. I'm super duper prepared for streams like this. Anyways, as I was saying, so Hong Kong, University of Hong Kong. So there is, so obviously, like all universities, there's a dormitory. The University of Hong Kong's dorm is as all buildings or housing buildings in Hong Kong, it's like an apartment building, so fairly tall. So the top half of the apartment building is occupied by the female students. The bottom half is by the male students. And so the urban legend says that there used to live like a couple that lived right in the floors between like where the female dorms and the male dorms separate. And the guy really likes what type of soup was it? There's like a type of soup that he liked. And like the girl would always like make the soup, and like they would she would like put it on a basket and on a rope and like just rope it down to the boy during like exam times and stuff like that, right? Which is kind of sweet. Like it is kind of romancy in that sense. But however, at one point, the girl, as all horror stories are wont to happen, she passed away due to traffic accident. And what happened was, like, one time, like after she passed away a while ago, the boy found his favorite soup being roped down by to his dorm, and he thought it was like just a small gesture from like her dorm mates as a thank you, or like just something like that during exam periods, so he doesn't feel less stressed and that sort of thing, maybe. So like the next day he went and said thank you to the dorm mates for the kind gesture, and they were like, we never did anything like that. So, yeah. Not exactly a scary story, but like, just a little bit funsies.
I mean, this was kind of like a nice scary story, because like the ghost was doing something nice.
Yeah, it is a nice scary stories. And then you add stories about doppelgangers, yeah. Battle course. So my story starts as me and my family are finishing a holiday in Singapore, okay? And no, I wasn't visiting Yui. This was way before VTubers were a thing. Okay, sure. Sus.
I wonder
okay.
I wonder if like Singapore has some specific ghosts for their culture, because I know Indonesia has some like really crazy stuff.
I think all cultures have their own specific sort of scary ghosty thing. Yeah. Also, like, talking about scary stories, this is not scary, but there is a bug on my monitor, and it's huge, and I want to get rid of it. And like, so please give me a moment as I go to the washroom to get tissue so I can squish it.
This does sound scary to me.
It is kind of scary. Okay, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Or Funk, I have a task for you.
Sure.
entertain chat while I'm away.
Sure, no problem.
Okay, be right back.
I mean, I hope Suiren didn't just mistake the spider up here next to my head as a bug on the screen. Yeah, I don't really like. I guess a lot of cultures do have their own specific ghosts. I feel like America has like the headless horseman, right? That's like it's very Pacific Northwest American kind of ghost. I don't know if Australia really has anything. We have some cryptids. Doesn't really count as a ghost. It's common for those things to happen in Indonesia.
Sorry, it ran away. It didn't come back.
Okay.
It'll be back. It'll be back, and I shall kill it. Anyways, sorry. Thank you, Rafang, for entertaining chat. Anyways, Battlecore continues. So we were at airport, and I was thinking that this will be just another normal flight. Okay. It's never just another flight.
Oh, okay. So it's a German ghost, the Dullahan. Well, at least a headless horseman.
Oh, the headless horseman.
Oh.
Cool. Hello,
You
AD. Hello, all. Hello.
You know, a story I love that is ghost related is there's the widow to the Winchester fortune has like a house in America.
Okay.
And she was afraid of like all the people killed by the Winchester guns like during the wars and things.
Okay.
She was afraid of the ghosts, so she built like this huge house that has all these like dead end hallways and like mazes and like stairs that lead nowhere to try and like
Isn't that scarier?
confuse the ghosts and make it so they can't find her.
Ain't that scarier?
That is kind of terrifying. You get lost in your own house. It's full of ghosts.
Okay. Battlecore continues. Everything seems to be going fine. We had a nice lunch, a smooth takeoff and flight. That sounds good. If you see a set of those traditional instruments, game lane, it's believed that they always have something in them. So sometimes at night it would play sounds by itself. Ooh. Probably the spooky thing that happened to it that I first finished 2 movies, which are The Grudges, and 2 hours later I was trying to sleep. Yeah, I had to drink some water, so I got up and then the TV in front of me just turned on and its channel went on static. Oh my god, Mickey, that sounds scary. As Battlecore continues his flight story, I sort of have one myself. It's not really an urban legend, but it was an experience, yeah. But so I heard this as a secondhand story from somebody else, so it's not my personal experience. But I had a senpai tell me a story about like the one time he went on a flight. Why is my mouth not moving again? Okay, and it's moving again. So like one time he went on a flight and what was it? He looked up from his from whatever he was doing on the flight, and he saw the hostess come running towards running from one end of the flight to the other, from the airport to not the airport, the plane to the other, and then followed by someone dressed up as a pilot. And so what happened was, it seemed like the pilot went out and of the cockpit, and the door closed behind him and locked. And so
do they have co-pilots?
Yeah, no, like both the co-pilot and the pilot went out for some strange reason.
Oh, no.
And the door locked behind them. And so what they ended up having to do was they had to go into the emergency section of the plane, grab a hatchet and just hack the door down to get back inside.
I thought you were gonna say they had an extra key, like a spare key back there. It's like they just had to hatchet the door down.
Yeah, they had to hatchet the door down.
That's just real life terror. That's just
real life terror. Yeah. Anyways, Battlecore I was playing my Nintendo DS for most of the flight, can't remember what game, but I remember finally beating a tough boss, and then suddenly, so unexpectedly, the plane was falling. Oh my god, that's scary. That's scary. Okay, we're like having, it's not urban legends now, it's like scary plane style, like stories now. But yeah, like there are, you know, like plane accidents where one of the engines fall into the ocean or something like that. Yeah.
Usually the design, like, they can lose, like, an engine and still keep going.
Yeah, that's, but, like, it's still dangerous, so, like, the plane would go back and, you know, or go to the closest, airport, yeah. There was a subhatch on the floor of the cockpit in larger airlines, like the 747. No need for access. I think it was, like, a small, like, national flight, so, like, within the country borders. It wasn't like a large international flight plane. So yeah. So like that's just a story I heard. And why isn't, I just realized chat is not showing. It's because chat is invisible. Okay. That would be the reason. I apologize, chat.
You're invisible like a ghost.
You're invisible. Yeah, you are the ghost, chat. Ghost. We're just shy. Hello, Iveson. Chat is
like
ethereal.
A boo.
Yeah.
You look at the boo and then they get embarrassed. And
chat is dead and I'm just chat is a ghost and I'm just reading dead people. You guys are not dead, right? But yeah, Battle Court, the plane was falling, so what happened? Please don't tell me, like, you are a ghost. Okay. Things in the plane were flying around the plane, worried that something would hit me. Passengers struck to the roof. My mother hitting her head so hard she caused the oxygen mask cabinet to break open. Oh wow, that is terrifying. I always wish everyone never flies in 3-engine planes with the 3rd engine in the tail. They are dangerous if the tail engine causes problems. Oh. That was most likely an air hole where the plane was falling. Ooh.
Welcome to the Dragon's Temple.
Welcome to the Dragon's Temple, and thank you for the follow. Hello, Clout Demon? Clout Demon 13. Sorry, I don't think I got it wrong. Oh.
Interesting, because people get scared of planes a lot, but it's actually the safest way to travel.
To the Dragon's
You're less likely to run into something.
It's
like cars, you're much more likely to get into an accident or get injured or something because there's just so many cars and you're probably going to run into one.
That's actually kind of true. Also, my alert box is getting moved. I apologize. Here we go. Okay, I also moved myself by accident, but that's okay. Anywho. Welcome to the Dragon's Temple, and thank you for the follow, Thunder Raiden 56. And also, yeah, you just raided with 1 follower. Thank you for the raid. I don't know if it was a raid intended or like a host intended and you just type raid instead. But either way, thank you and welcome. Here come the first fabulous raid by me and a follow to you as well. Thank you so much. Me be happy. Anyways, Meki also has a story. So I had a story when I was in elementary and I was in Boy Scouts. So we went camping in school and was in the middle of the night. And I asked one of my friends that if he wants to come with me to the bathroom. Now, the only bathroom available was the abandoned bathroom. Question. If it's the only bathroom available, how do you abandon it? Because a lot of people would be going, right? Like, abandoned means, like, it's not been used for a while. But, like, just the empty bathroom. And now the bathroom available was the abandoned bathroom. And as we were there, we heard a little girl's giggle. And me and my friends got scared and ran back to the classroom we were sleeping in. Oh, so it was school. Okay, it was a school. Okay, that makes sense. You rated and followed. Thank you so much, Thunder Raiden. And welcome. My streams are kind of weird. But welcome. We are talking about scary stories. Although for some reason the scary stories turn into like plane crash scary stories, and I'm like, yeah.
We're talking about plane crashes today, it seems.
I mean, technically speaking, that's the scariest story. And Battle Court, I am so glad that you are okay because I'm assuming that you're talking to me means that you're okay. Abandoned due to it having a lot of people getting possessed. Oh my god, really?
That's a lot of people getting possessed.
That's I don't know. Wow. Okay. Oh, the school was pretty much a cemetery before it was a school. Wait, what? Who would build a cemetery? Like, who would build a school on top of a cemetery? I'm confused. The captain regained control of the plane again. When he did, I looked around. People terrified, injured. Some were bleeding from their head. The cabin was full of broken glass, plastic, and interior parts of the plane, as well as fallen luggage from the overhead lockers. Another, I saw her arm was broken. Wow. How are you doing today on Monday? I'm doing very well, Thunder Raiden. Thank you very much. Alex Fox, I'm scared of passenger planes. The G limits are low, easy to break apart, but pilots are supposed to fly them like F-15s. Yeah. You like my outfit? Thank you so much. And this is not an avatar model. This is me. I'm Suiren. I'm a dragon goddess. Come down to heaven. Come down from the heavenly realms to Earth to experience human life for a bit before I get, summoned back to do paperwork. But I control the rain and weather. Not now. Not right now though. Like I left my job to other people during the time I'm here on the earthly realm. I feel like my ghost story, I need to share now just to go back to, yeah, you should, like, yeah. Wasn't that to pick up a Nokia that I dropped? No, that's just canon that you guys made up for me. It's not happening.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I made up that canon.
I hate your fuck. What are you two doing this Halloween? That's if you celebrate it. I don't actually celebrate Halloween, but I am thinking of going to Disney.
Don't really have Halloween in Australia. I went trick-or-treating once, and like some people were open to it. I remember one woman just like laughed in our faces and shut the door.
Wow. As I clung to my chair, I was just hoping that it was over, but it wasn't. Again, you fell. Oh God, that is. I mean, like, at this point, people are just probably, like, praying to whatever deity that they follow and be like, please let me live, right? That's more scarier than a scary story. If a place gets lots of rain, is that a like or a dislike? You are Call Me Thunder Raiden 56. Okay. Full name, then. Not just Thunder Raiden. Okay. I mean, Suiren, if you are the goddess of rain and water, you left it to your underlings. Doesn't mean it's your fault indirectly that I've been getting tons of storms. No, I mean, like, everything has its order. There is a reason to you having a lot of storms. I might not be particular to understand. You know, like, it might be because I don't know, like, there's a reason for things, right? Yeah.
I mean, I love storms, and I'm very thankful for your work.
Mickey is thinking of watching the horror movie Iceberg, which has a really deep and dark things into it. Okay. There was a time when I went to clean up my grandparents' stuff, and my grandfather liked to collect antiques, which unfortunately includes a keris, a traditional dagger that's usually used by the likes of witch doctors or voodoo stuff. Well, that sounds spoofy. The second fall was not as long, and I knew it wasn't over. I knew that this could be the other. Oh no! Battle Court. I don't think that's like a scary story as like a horror story in terms of like ghost horror, but like that's just scary. Wait, could the reason you get the typhoon be your underlings be annoyed? No, of course not. Like, probably. Well, ordinary.
We took more like ghost stories, scary stories.
While ordinary ones are mere daggers, and the one my grandfather bought apparently had a spirit in it, and it must be cleaned with blood regularly, which he never did, and it seems to have dragged down his health in his late years and passed to my father at some point because he tended to get terribly sick whenever we do visits to our grandparents. Oh. It's more a matter of perspective, really. I mean, like, yeah, okay, I agree, yeah, but like it's scary, not ghostly scary, but like, you know. Thank you so much, Thunder Raiden 56. Thank you for the follow. And yeah, the Twitter profile picture was drawn by the wonderful artist by the name of shoot. I say wonderful artist and then I forget their name. I'm so sorry. Yomi Sensei. It was the most terrifying moment of your life. I mean, no, I can't relate. But like I can sort of understand why it would be the most terrifying moment of your life. And yeah, I agree. It would be terrifying. And I'm glad you're okay now. And I'm glad, like, you know, nothing worse happened. And also Dasamuka, that knife, did you get rid of it? Or do you still have it? Someone committed blasphemy unto the water goddess and was punished accordingly. Yeah, you can think of it like that.
Are you allowed to get rid of the knife? Can you just like sell it or like give it to someone else?
Yeah, you know, that is a good question. Funny trivia, Silent Hill Fogtown is based in California, Centralia. Happy Halloween, Raiden. Pennsylvania. Oh, it's still burning, it seems. Oh, what? Okay.
Burning?
Apparently Silent Hill Fogtown?
There are towns. I think like I heard of this town that was built on a coal mine, and the coal mine set on fire.
Ooh.
And everyone just had to leave the town, and it's like just
Still
it's a fire that's still burning, yeah, because it's like it's just coal under there. It'll just burn for ages. It'll burn for like 100 years.
That does make sense. I mean, like even if it rains, it's still.
Yeah, just can't stop it.
Oh, so Dasamuka, you went to clean up, and then you got really sick because your dad wasn't there. Even though my mother was completely fine, and the one time I was trying to rest my head for a bit, I feel something like a breeze of hot air crawling up my neck, exactly like a set of fingers clutching me. As for the daggers, my relatives seem to be quite accustomed to it, so he's the one dealing with it for now. I, for one, is fine not knowing anything about it. Yeah, the less I know, the more peace I can get at night. That's true. Like, I believe that there are more to this world, you know, like occult stuff, like scary stuff, but like not scary stuff too. They started a fire by burning trash in 1962 each. It is in Centralia? A coal mine, I see. Been burning for 15 years and may continue to do so for another 250 years. Wow. Like
we actually have in my state.
Yeah?
We have like the oldest fire in the world. I think it's in my state or nearby, and it's like I think it is like an old underground like coal deposit, but it's just been burning for like thousands of years. There's like old Aboriginal lore of like in records of it just been burning.
Ooh. Nice. For me, the real people are much more scarier than ghosts and monsters. Well, people are scary in general, but if you think about it, ghosts come from people. They are spirits of dead people, so that's why, you know, ghosts are scary, because people are scary.
One thing I always wondered about ghosts is, shouldn't we have ghost powers while we're alive still? Like, aren't our ghosts still in our bodies?
Good question. Depends on the person. I choose people. You choose people. I see. Okay, so back to scary stories. Another one. I think I had a friendly ghost before when I was little. I mean, no, like people, I believe, like, ghosts can be friendly ghosts, or they can be scary ghosts, or they can be, like, you know, poltergeists. Oh my god, Mira!
Oh, Mira!
What are you... Welcome, Raiders! Thank you for the raid, and welcome to the Dragon's Temple. We are talking about ghosts. So, like, you came at the perfect time. We just had, like, scary stories about, like, falling planes, but now we're going back to like actual scary stories.
Welcome to the Dragon's Temple.
Welcome to the Dragon's Temple, and thank you for the follow. Hello, Sam. I don't know if that's a smiley face Sam or like an XD Sam, but like Sam. Hello, welcome, Raiders. And Mira, thank you for the raid. Thank you so much. Welcome. Yeah, we talk scary stuff today. Hello, Blue Mage Thanaris? Mira raid, yay! Yes. Oh, thank you, Mickey, for the shout out. Yes. My stream, people on my stream, if you have not followed Mira, please do, because she is awesome and wonderful. It's an old dark history mistake I made when making my name. Oh no. and you can't change it. Well, welcome, Sam. So yeah, we're talking about ghost stories. Wait. Oh, that's right. I was gonna tell mine. Well, not my ghost stories, but like
Welcome to the Dragon's Temple.
Welcome to the Dragon's Temple, and thank you for the follow, Shinigami Sriracha. Sriracha? I think I got it right. I think. Welcome. I think the scariest thing I know yet I respect is my mother. I mean, understandable. Totally get ya. Moms are scary when they need to be. And I feel for Meki, maybe mom is scarier because Meki is a troll. But I'm sure mom loves you. But anyway, allow me to finish. Yes, please do finish Battle Court. Your story of almost of surviving an almost plane crash. That is actually kind of terrifying. And as you're typing, I'm just gonna really quickly tell my story, because waiting, typing, me speaking, you typing. I don't know if you guys know about Japanese urban legends or how much you know about them. I'm pretty sure you know about them. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you know about the more popular ones like the kappa. Do you know about the kuchisaki onna, which is the woman with the sides of her mouth just cut open? Okay.
It's kind of creepy.
Yeah. So the story goes that sometimes when you walk down the streets of that girl, the story is that the slit mouth woman. That's right. You would walk down the streets of Tokyo or any city. A woman would come up to you with her face, with a face mask. Although, granted, nowadays everybody wears face masks, so I'm trying to figure out. Anyways, she would come up to you, and she would ask you, "Do you think I'm pretty?" And if you say no, she'll kill you, basically. If you say yes, though, she'll take off her mask and she'll say, "Well, if that case, I'll make you as pretty as me then." And she'll cut your mouth open, and she'll give your mouth wide slits and stuff.
It's a lose-lose situation.
It's a lose-lose situation. There's a lot of those in Japan, actually, strangely enough. So the way to not get rid of her, but there's two ways. Legend has it. There's two ways to answer that question. One, you can say so, that she's so. The other is ask her, do you think I'm pretty? And while she's confused, run away. So yeah. I never actually starred a ghost story long enough for them to stare back at me. Okay. Oh, stared at a ghost. Oh, I can't read. You never actually stared at a ghost not long enough for them to stare back at you, but every now and then they stare at me from my back, and it's like the entire room is a fridge. Ooh, Dasamuka, you are sensitive to these sort of things, aren't you? Oh, Sam, you're gonna get a snuggle. You're gonna get into a snuggle blankie. Yeah. Kappa is anime, I've seen, so Kappa comes up quite often. I'm sorry, I'm just scrolling up chat, I apologize. So yeah, the Kuchisaki Onna is the one legend, Oh, Meki, you were talking about her just now, right?
One of the Japanese ones I find really creepy is the long neck lady.
Oh,
the one that has a really long neck. I hate that. I hate the long neck.
Yeah.
Creeps me out.
Yeah, no, Japan does have a variation of scary stories. It's kind of weird, Ninja Turtles. No, not Ninja Turtles. Kappas are not Ninja Turtles. You agreed to kabedon her, the slit mouth woman, if you ever see her. No, ma'am, you need to change your coat a bit. Maybe try a more flashy color and some maid outfits.
What if you just tell a slit mouth woman, "Oh, you just go, sorry, I'm gay. I'm not into it."
Sorry, I'm gay. Yeah, that's one way to answer her. So another one is akamanto. So it means red cloak. I don't know why, but urban legends or Japanese ones at the very least, and sometimes maybe Chinese ones, some happen in toilets often. like the story of like Hanako-chan, which is the girl in the toilet. Another one is Akamanto, which is like red cloak, and the legend is the toilet grabby hand. No, so if you go to the last cubicle in a public toilet, you might like receive a knock on the door, and they would ask you, like they would give you like a choice, like do you want to choose like choice of toilet paper, do you want the blue one or do you want the red one?
Is this the Matrix?
I don't know. Like, so if you choose the blue one, they'll cut you at the back of your neck, like they'll cut your neck basically. If you choose the red one, they will suffocate you. So like again, one of those like either way not a good, like like there is no solution. And so the best way to do it is just to say no thanks, apparently. Yeah, I know, it's weird. They're like, no thanks, I got tissue of my own or something like that.
Might be like the toilet, the ideas of like ghosts and things in the toilets, it might be because you're like very vulnerable when you're in the bathroom. It's sort of like,
it could be, yeah.
It's kind of like a creepy place to be in that sense.
Yeah. And so Battle Court finishes the story. For the rest of the flight, I was praying that me and my family would make it through this alive. As we continue the flight, I gripped my armlets hard, being ready for another fall. I could see my brother next to me, also scared. My mother said we would be all right, but that didn't make me feel better. No, I would assume not. But like, kudos to Mom for being calm and saying that you guys are gonna be all right, because you and it turned out that you were fine. So like, it was a scary experience, and I hope you never ever experience something again like that. But I am very happy and that you are well and you're okay. Yeah, like a lot of horror stories do happen in the bathroom, Sam. I don't know why, but it is what it is. You want some tissue, the blue one or the red one? Yeah.
Might be why they have so many bidets built into the toilets in Japan. Like, then you don't have to have the toilet paper.
True. I heard suicide rate in toilets is a thing. Never researched if it was true in Asia. Why would anyone commit suicide in a toilet? I'm curious. It's the other way around.
Nice.
It's pretty bad both ways. What if you just take out your own tissue and you want to use that? Yeah, exactly. Like, you can just say, no thanks, I've got my own. So quick death or slow death? Yes. Death by blood loss or death by suffocation? Suffocate you until you're blue, the red one. Okay. So it's the other way around. I apologize. It's one or the other.
I also find the concept of colored toilet paper kind of annoying.
Yeah, it
like,
is
toilet
kind
paper
of
should be
weird.
white.
Yeah, I agree. Do you have purple toilet papers? What if you give him a toilet paper though? Oh, yeah. So when you finally landed, I had never been so relieved in my entire life. When we landed, I just wanted to get off and head straight home. As we got off, I saw many people injured. Some weren't even conscious to leave the aircraft by themselves. Wow, like, did you go through the whole flight? Did you reach your destination, or did they stop at like another airport? Because like, like if you were suffering from 2 almost plane crashes, I would assume that the plane would naturally go to their closest airport. No? Or is that just me? That's just me. Okay.
I mean, you'd expect that they'd have like an emergency landing somewhere, or they'd have like, they just go to the nearest airport and if they had injured people, then like when they come to a doctor or something straight away.
Yeah, you had to stop in another airport. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes more sense than reaching. Hello, Lightning Smite. Welcome to the stream. How are you today? Sorry, ignore my weird accent. I don't know what happened. Hello, Lightning. Welcome. We talk about ghost stories here today. Although, like, we're more than ghost stories. It's just like accident stories.
Is that your heaven accent coming out? Your your heavenly accent? Is that how they speak up there?
You spent several hours there as the injured were being evacuated first. That does make sense. it would be a miracle. Like, I would say it's a miracle that you didn't heavily injure yourself. Yeah. Wow, it's the established procedure to redirect to the nearest airport when suffering aircraft issues or anywhere long enough. Yeah, I agree. It feels nice having a topic chatting stream from you again. Yeah! It's been a while since I have a specific topic chatting stream, but as usual, my streams get derailed, and so we're talking about, like, other things again. Also, just quick question, is the music too loud? If it is too loud, I will lower it just a tad bit. Here. Anyways, I lowered it anyways. Yeah, a little. Okay, maybe slightly loud. Okay, slightly. Gotcha. All right, it should be slightly quieter now, and I assume Rafunk is sounding good, right? Rafunk, say something.
Something.
There you go, thank you. Okay, you can hear me just fine. Okay. You and your family were some of the lucky ones since none of us were injured. My mom, however, came out with a bruised head. Well, I'm glad your whole family was okay. That is scary. And I think the music has now been adjusted. So, yep. Rafunk good? Rafunk good. Okay, Rafunk, you good.
Nice.
You good.
Good to know. Are there any, like, interesting ghosts that are unique to China? Are there any, like, you know of?
So, not a ghost story, but a little bit of like it's a very old tradition and kind of scary and probably is not true. I don't know how true it is. Okay. Also, why are my eyes closed? And I'm not moving. Anyways, there you go. I'm back. Anyways, so in some of the rural, very, very, very rural towns in China, and like, you know, the ones that, in particular ones that I'm not possessed, ones that maybe adhere to like older traditions, and also where women aren't as, you know, like well regarded as men, or like, you know, the male, and that's probably not modern day, and this is like really old, but there is such a thing called Mengfan, and what it translates to is I guess you could call it a deathly marriage. So the it's like human sacrifice basically. So if if like, you know, there's two types. One is like particularly for rich families, if their son is, you know, like if the son of the family is dead, or dies of some sort of disease or whatever, like there is sometimes a tradition of like finding a bride for the dead son if they're not married, and so the marriage would be between a living woman and the dead person, and the woman would then be buried with the man.
Oh, that sounds pretty horrible.
Yeah, like it's not modern, and it doesn't probably. I don't know how much of that is true or not, but you know, and again, not like, you know, modern like nowadays. That's probably never happened. But like maybe like
Welcome
200 or
to
so,
the Dragon's
300
Temple.
or so years ago, that practice has probably happened before.
So is that kind of like linked to the idea of like burning like the paper money and that sort of thing, like sending things to the afterlife?
Yes. But yeah, so yeah, no, sending things to the afterlife is
to the Dragon's Temple.
Welcome to the Dragon's Temple, and thank you for the follow, Muffin the Bunny, and also Ember Ermine. Welcome. If I pronounce your name wrong, please tell me. Yeah, welcome to the Dragon's Temple, and thank you for the follow. We be talking about scary stories right now. So yeah, another one is, and it's this one's not so scary about, like, again, marriage, but like something called Chonghei, which means like to have a something like celebratory, to clash against something that is not. So like most of the time it's like, you know, again, the son of the family, and particularly rich ones, if they're really sick, you know, like one way to the you know, like the feng shui, the legend says to help them get better is if something celebratory happens in their life, which means like sometimes marriage. So yeah, so that is also, you know, something weird Chinese traditions. It might no longer happen here, but in here there are news where people are married to spirits every now and then. Right, yeah, something like that. I don't know how their real marriage are though. Yeah. Yes, the first emperor of China was also buried with everyone working for him along with his harem. I don't know about the people working for him, but I do know his harem was buried along with him, and that's actually a fairly common practice in very, very early Chinese history. Unless you're pregnant, unless you're pregnant with the emperor's child, then you would not be buried with the emperor.
Yeah, do that in ancient Egypt as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the event is known as Qantas Flight 72. If you're curious, I will. Thank you for telling us your story, and I'm pretty sure it's really, really a difficult story, Battle Court. So thank you for sharing, and I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you're fine. Yeah. So, scary stories. And I it's like, let's make this a happier occasion by telling scary stories. Sorry, Battleport. I'm not laughing at your misfortune. Just, yeah. But thank you for sharing. So yeah, so like China, what other Chinese scary stories do I know? Question.
You know,
Yeah.
Is it they call this Jiangxi? The
Chinese zombies, vampires.
zombies, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like they always get like called like zombies or vampires. I think.
Bye, Celestial Dragon Knight. Zombies or vampires? Like they are more than I think like it's Chinese vampires, but in all honesty, they're really zombies. Because they are just, you know, like, they don't suck blood.
They're kind of their own thing, really. Like, I don't think you can really, like, classify them as a zombie or just vampire, I feel like.
Yeah. Chinese undead, really. Yeah, exactly. Oh, you've never heard of the term Chinese vampire? Really? But, like, yeah, it's Jiangxi. So, basically, it's just... the myth is that the reason why in some of the old houses in China, you would see the entryway. It's like raised. There's like a raised ledge to them, and people have to like, you know, like step over the ledge in order to get into the building. Is that because Jiangxi Chinese vampires or zombies, they can't. Because they're dead, and so they've like stiffened up. Their body stiffens up, and so they can't walk properly like a human, and they have to jump. In order to get anywhere. And so like if there's a raised ledge to the entrance of the house, you can't jump across because like they get stuck.
That's why they jump. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's Argama's Halloween costume this year. It looks really pretty. Actually, I think I've seen it. Yeah, it's really pretty. But yeah, so that's why it, like, you know. But in truth, the true reason for that ledge is just so bugs don't get inside.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Not so that undead don't get inside. But I like the
That's
undead.
why I like...
Yeah.
That's why I like living on the second floor, is like it keeps the bugs out.
yeah, it keeps the bugs out. Okay, look. I live on the 36th floor. I still have bugs. So, really.
What?
But I like the story about like it keeping the Jiangxi out. No, it's the undead, I promise. Yeah. It is very high, but like buildings in Hong Kong tend to be pretty high. So like there's no house. We have no houses here because like space issues. And Jiangxi is sometimes depicted as sensitive to people's breath or something. Yes, if you've watched any Chinese horror movies, the really old ones in particular, like about Jiangxi, Yes, they like the way to avoid them. Sorry about that. There's a bug in. I can't get rid of it. Okay, the way to avoid them is by holding your breath. So yeah, and so like if you hold your breath, they'll think that you're dead, and so they won't come after you because breathing means living. Am I trying to stay close to heaven with my place of residence? No. I'm not, cause like it's actually quite normal where I'm staying. Like the city that I'm staying in, living in high places is normal. Actually,
I'd imagine
sorry. Yeah.
most people would be living in high places.
True
considering the density.
Yeah. Actually, I've heard years ago how that hopping myth got around with Jiangxi. Yeah. No, Jiangxi, it's a very interesting topic. I like those stories. Oh, another, it's not a myth, like not a myth, but like more of a belief system, in China. So when you pass away, and you'll actually see that in a lot of like horror, like Hong Kong, in particular Hong Kong older horror movies. So when you pass away, the myth is that on the 7th day of your death, or 7th day of somebody's death, their spirit returns to the realm of the living. Now, mostly that's like, just to visit your kin and family and see that they're okay before you could, let go of your worldly worries and pass on to the afterlife. But sometimes, obviously, the idea that the dead comes back after 7 days can turn into something kind of scary. So like Hong Kong, some of the Hong Kong older horror movies have like the spirit of the dead returning to like take revenge or to kill you, that sort of thing. Actually, I've heard.
I mean, that makes sense. If you got like murdered and you come back in 7 days, you can want a revenge.
Yeah, I wonder why mythical monsters like these always have such a specific way to avoid them. Because like if there's no way to avoid them and you will die 100%, then that would be too scary. Chinese zombies sure are easier to avoid compared to American zombies. That'd be true. But like American zombies, like the idea, or at the very least the recent American zombies. I feel like American zombies are fairly recent in terms of like their origin myths.
I think about the 1960s or 70s was when zombies first came about. With like I think it's Dawn of the Dead was the first the modern zombie type movies. So I guess that is an American type of creature or ghost type thing.
Yeah. But then again, like the idea of coming back from the dead as a soulless, horrible monster being probably is not too, is not modern. It's probably not modern. I don't know.
No, yeah. Because like vampires have been around, and ghouls, I suppose, are like kind of like vampire version of zombies. But I don't know how long ghouls have been around.
I heard the 7-day rule was to make sure the person is dead to avoid burying people alive, or worse, cremation. There is that too. That does make sense. Yeah. I think the modern depiction of zombies is pretty recent, right? Oh yeah, Frankenstein's monster is fairly recent. But like Frankenstein's monster isn't exactly zombie. Okay, no, maybe yeah. No. He's zombie. Like in the strictest sense. He's a chimera. Right? Because like he was created from like various human body parts.
Yeah.
So you would call.
I don't know if you'd call him strictly a zombie. Yeah. Because he was like deliberately like reanimated with like electricity and a bunch of different body parts and science.
I guess it's when dead people got around for some reason and their arms got roped into wooden logs and oblivious logs begin to swing and make it look like the dead were hopping. I don't know. I don't know. American zombies are derived myth versions of the Haitian slavery mythos.
Haitian.
There you go. Thank you. Wait, one second. Dead. You dead. You. Oh no. Sorry, trying to kill a bug.
Oh no, he's back.
He's back. It's back.
This is a scary stream, guys.
Is dead. Is dead. Is dead. Is dead. Is dead.
Oh.
Okay.
Now his ghost is gonna come back in 7 days.
No. It doesn't return. No. It's dead. Okay. Sorry.
He's gonna come back for revenge in 7 days.
I had a bug in my room. I just needed to get rid of it. So yeah. Flawless victory after it escaped like 2 times from me. 3rd time's the charm. Hey. So the Haitian.
It's not entirely based on myth. There's also, I believe, there's a practice of like a combination of certain poisons that they would use to kill off like part of like their slaves' brains and just turn them into what they called zombies. So they'd like follow orders and stuff like that, but they wouldn't really have like much will of their own.
Right. Yeah, bug on the 37th floor. That's one horror story in itself. And evil bug versus goddess. I win. Yeah. I'm so dedicated to this that I use real bugs instead of fake ones for decoration. No. Yeah. So yeah, like what other horror stories are there? I know. Do I know any horror stories? Are you? Oh, Rafunk is referring to voodoo zombies. Are there such things as voodoo zombies? How many types of zombies are there in this world? I'm very curious. Like I feel like every culture has their own sort of little zombie thing.
Welcome to the Dragon's Temple.
Welcome to the Dragon's Temple, and thank you for the follow, Angels Trumpets. This is the Dragon's Temple. We are currently talking about scary stuff. In particular, horror. Urban legends. We sort of divert, like, you know, we sort of go on tangents. I go on tangents, but you know, or chat likes to bring me into tangent areas. Yeah, but yes, voodoo. Like so yeah. As I was saying, like I feel like every culture has their own sort of like style of zombies, just simply because the idea of like coming back from the dead is such a fascinating, you know, like belief or like mythological thing. According to Australian Academy of Science, there are 350 types of zombies. That's a lot of zombies. That'd be a lot of zombies. We're talking about personal ghost stories or urban legends only. We can talk about personal ghost stories. I'm perfectly fine with those. We can also talk about urban legends. Either one works. We're just talking about scary stories right now. Although, like, honestly speaking, I feel like the ones that I've been talking about aren't that really scary. So, you know. But that's okay. That's okay. I don't like horror. But yeah, magical, chemical, radiation, viral, biologic, spores, and a bunch of others. Oh, like all virus, necromancy, curse, death being lazy, mad science, no way, that's Frankenstein. Battle court. Yeah. Lots of different type of zombies. What are we gonna do with them all? Well, we don't want to speak of all the viewers after all. I'm pretty sure my viewers have like a stronger mentality than I do with regards to horror stories, but that's just me. Yeah. If I Google German zombie, I only find World War II army zombies. Okay. You don't think they count? Okay. Yeah, so let's see what else. Urban legends. Like, I sort of have some prepared, but like, you know, as we're talking, I sort of forgot about them.
I heard this urban legend that if you say Yui Kai 3 times during a stream, she might show up.
Are we gonna summon Yui? Alright, Yui Kai. No.
It didn't work. Didn't work, damn.
No. You know what would be a horror story?
Thank God it didn't work.
Oh, you know what would be a horror story though? When you're hungry late at night, go to the kitchen, check on the rice bowl, and find whatever domestic critters inside it as you open the lid. That's not a horror story. That's just That's just gross. I once lived at a haunted house in Kazakhstan as a kid, and there was a little girl ghost there that me and my elder sister saw, and that was a really creepy experience. Wow. Little girl ghost. Was she friendly or not friendly? Now I think you need a chocolate-covered banana as a catalyst. Don't summon the creature. Oh. Yeah. There's also Compound 888 in real life. You can catch the video on YouTube. Real U.S. Army contingency plan for zombie. There are contingency plans for zombies, like real ones. You're
I
a
mean,
scientist, not a magical, so I can't summon. Oh, okay.
the U.S. Army, I think was it the Army or the like FBI? It's like they experimented with like psychokinesis abilities at one point.
Okay, yeah, okay, true.
There's a movie about that called The Men Who Stare at Goats.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They tried to like get people together and test out like if you could use like psychokinesis powers to kill goats. That was CIA, right?
Right. That actually sounds interesting. I mean, if you think about it, like it's a possibility, right? Right. I don't know. Yeah. Cool though. What other urban legends? Oh,
Welcome to the
There's
Dragon's Temple.
Welcome to the Dragon's Temple, and thank you for the follow, Night Shroud. World Health Organization also has an entire office article on a zombie attack outbreak. Man, we are in a world where zombie outbreaks could possibly happen at any minute. The Jorogumo is a Japanese creature that seduces human in a human form before turning into a spider form and eating them. Yes, that actually exists. Your grammar's terrible today, Tima. That's okay. I think the psychic power tests were during the peak occult mania in the 70s, when so-called psychics were making big appearances on TV and such. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, you'd also have like sometimes police would go to psychics to like look for like missing persons.
Oh, 80. So your ghost little girl was friendly with your mom, but like only disturbed the rest of the house. I guess like moms, you know, like especially for little girls or like, you know, anyone, child, mommy figures, like mother figures are probably, you know, like the ones that would give them more like a familiar feeling, maybe. Just this morning, there was one long-legged spider crawling around my room at my PC. I wanted to grab it and admire it, but you wanted to grab and admire a spider? I have no words.
Spiders are horrifying.
By the way, Rafunk is terrified of spiders, if anyone wants to know.
I'm uncomfortable that my picture's up right up here next to a spider.
That's Sambuka thinks spiders are cute. Rafunk,
No.
You guys can be friends.
This is spider propaganda. Don't listen to it.
Oh, technically you are surrounded by zombies. If by any chance your heart has to stop because of a surgery and you are reanimated, you're technically count as a zombie at this point. Huh. Good point. Does that mean I'm a zombie? No, I'm a goddess. It's fine. But we would be doomed. Look how the world handled COVID-19. Zombie virus could literally eat us alive. I always joke that COVID could possibly be a zombie virus. We just don't know it. And we're all infected. Anyway.
Yeah, there'd be like groups of people who are like, you can't tell me to stay inside, and I'd go outside and then just get eaten by zombies.
Oh, he was scared to watch I'm a Spider on Yui's Discord. Aww. Oh, the anime, right.
That spider's not cute.
True,
The spider.
True, Rafunk, you live in the worst place for somebody who has arachnophobia.
I do.
Okay. He agrees. I saw the girl when I was sleeping with my mom and sister, and there was somebody crying over my mom. I slowly got up, scratching my eyes, assuming it was my little sister, but as I got up, I saw next to my mom, my real little sister sleeping soundly. That was when the girl looked at me, and I quickly sunk back into the bed, sticking close to my mom. I barely got any sleep that night. Ugh, scary. Ugh. No, I thank you for sharing. Again, another scary story, guys. About girl ghosts. That is kind of creepy. I agree. It's my God-given right to go outside with the zombies. U.S. mentality.
Government can't tell me to stay inside.
Yeah, the government can't tell me to stay inside. They can't tell me I can't be bitten by a zombie. Maybe. It's my right to turn into a zombie. Sorry, I'm just getting weirder and weirder. I apologize. Yeah. Also, did you know that the word zombie used to mean an idiot person? I think Google Translate still have that translation Oh, interesting, huh? I mean, like, for me, zombie, like, not in the terms of, like, the scary horror zombies type, but, like, zombie would be, like, someone who was not fully awake. Yeah. Hello, cutie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We talk scary stories. Not scary, but scary stories. You drop that on a date and then you follow it up with, we better contact the CDC about you starting a zombie outbreak because when I saw you, my heart stopped. Seiji, that is horrible. That is horrible. I like it, but it's horrible. My mom tells me she's seen a ghost in her old childhood house, and I don't recall a specific story. She tells me she and her mom both saw the ghost, though. Ooh. My old dictionary have zombies in it, and it means an idiot on that dictionary. Okay, so zombie actually means idiot. Maybe. Interesting. Now I know. We learn something new every day, guys. What other scary stories do we have?
So we do have a zombie outbreak already in the world.
We do have a zombie outbreak already in this world. Dun 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 dun. Who would have thunk? COVID. There you go. The reason why we're all zombies. We all be zombies. Does that mean I can go around biting people? No, never mind. Forget I ever said anything. Yeah. Never mind. Sorry. Suiren, please. COVID not a zombie virus? I never heard zombie mean that before. I think people were calling me a zombie just because I look like I never slept. Oh no, AD. It's a death virus. Angel trumpets. I'm having a hard time remembering it apparently I can't spell in French anymore. But there was an interesting Creole retelling of the Willow Wisp gets told in that a lot in Cajun homes. Ooh. Willow Wisps. You know, like, for some reason I like Willow Wisps because they sound cute. Just the name itself.
It's a cute name.
It's a cute name, but like I'm pretty sure they're not really cute. Like the idea is like Willow Wisps are like they're ghost fire, right? Just fire or light created by a ghostly spirit, or because like they couldn't retain their human form, and so you can just see them as like a sphere of light or fire. I think so. That's what I think of when I think of a Will-O-Wisp. Yeah, that's what I think of.
And don't they like try and like draw you into places? Like if you're like in a swamp, they'll try to draw you in the wrong direction or something, and get you lost.
Phonetically,
I might think of something else.
Phonetically, it's pronounced Fifoles. I just can't pronounce it right for Google to get its life together. Google has its issues. It's okay. Yeah, I think, at least, like, my understanding of Will-O-Wisps is what it was that. Will-O-Wisps reminded me how these urban legends around the world are actually similar on several countries. That is true. Will-O-Wisps also do exist in Japanese culture. There are stories of Will-O-Wisps leading people to safety, though, right? I think so. Maybe. I don't know. Like Will-O-Wisps in Japanese culture, and also like I think they seem to be sort of closely related to foxfire. I feel in Japanese mythology. I could be wrong though. Will-O-Wisps and foxfire, sort of like they seem to run in the same stratosphere of existence. If that makes any sense. I just feel like I just use a very difficult word without realizing what the meaning was, but it's fine. I think so. It depends on the story. Right. Yeah. For sure it would depend on the story. I'm still trying to find like scary urban legends. but ooh, 5 famous urban legends in China, according to Pandayu website.
You think there are any ghost pandas?
Are there any ghost pandas?
I wonder, like, there aren't a lot of stories about like animal ghosts. I wonder if there's like, I wonder if you have like a ghost dog or something that helps you out.
Okay, look, like when I searched like 5 most famous urban legends in China, this is just like pure horror. Like the one I scrolled down to is just pure horror. The title goes, Zidane human flesh stuffed buns. So yeah, not gonna go there. Thanks. And like that's not even like ghost paranormal horror. It's just horror.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just scary. There's a human-faced dog in Japan. Yes, there is.
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen any positive wisp stories. Most people consider them fae creatures, and you know what they say: you can't trust the fae. That's true. You can't trust the fae because like they like to play tricks on humans, and possibly pull you into their realm, and then you will suffer. So yeah. I don't think I've heard any. Have I heard any like good fae stories? They tend to be like a lot about just humans being tricked by faes, more than anything. But anyways, here's a question: are there any other myths that have crossed cultural boundaries and been retold? I don't know. Good question. Like if you're talking about myths, then the flood myth is like it is almost like universal at this point.
Yeah.
Flood myth. Sorry, my language abilities have just decreased. I don't know why I can't speak, guys. I can't speak proper words. There's dragons. Yes, exactly. Dragons are also.
That's true.
The thing is though, like, I find it interesting. Like you have the Western, like the dragons and all that stuff, but I feel like the Eastern idea, they just use the word dragons to depict.
Yeah.
So like they're completely different things. It's what I feel like.
I feel like it's kind of like this young sheep calling it like a vampire. It's not really a vampire. It's just like the closest Western equivalent people could like think of to name it. Because like Chinese dragons are like very different. They're like serpent-like compared to like the Western ones, which are more dinosaur-like, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. So like I feel like there are myths that match up in several cultures, but there are myths that come from one culture and are later adapted into other cultures. Yeah, it is just easy translation, Tamal. I agree. Lightning Smite, I don't know. That's a good question. I'm pretty sure there are, because mythology and culture, such things spread and people adapt it into their own or change it to match their particular. Wait, what? There's a justice raid? Hi, Asu! Hi, Hi, J-Man!
Hey, Asu.
YouTube justice raid. Okay, you're from YouTube. Okay, hi, welcome, raiders! We are talking about scary stories, or urban legends. Although, like, we've diverted from urban legends to, like, random things now. But that's okay. Oh yeah, sometimes Chinese dragons are referred to as kirin, but however, kirin are actually completely different things. Although it is possible. Oh, by the way, did you know the Japanese word for giraffe is kirin? Yeah, it's because like the description of kirin matches that the look of a giraffe. Maybe sort of. It was weird, but like yeah, the Japanese word for giraffe is kirin. You got robbed? Wait, what? In Phasmo? Seiji, sorry.
They have like an elder dragon in Monster Hunter that's called Kirin, and he's kind of like a unicorn type.
Yeah, like he's like a unicorn, bicorn. Okay, sorry. Seiji, number 1. This happened between 15 years ago, maybe 15 years ago, to help my mom's best friend move into her new apartment. So I live in New York, and in the part of the state I lived in, there are a lot of turn of the century-old houses that are converted into apartments. So she had the upstairs portion of the building And there was this tiny, cramped, rare access area that ran from the basement to the attic to give the tenants access to the whole building. I was in the back area, moving boxes upstairs to the attic storage, and had to navigate this half-a-flight, tiny, cramped stairway towards the attic. So I was moving boxes up this area, and I opened up the floor to the attic. The first box up, I got a weird sense as I'm up there and looked around. The attic is empty, and all the doors are open. At the far end of the building, something catches my eye, and there's a tiny door that leads into this tiny mini room, barely enough for anything. Okay. That's a scary build-up right there. Tiny room's no good. The last ghost killed me in the locker before it opened the locker door. Oh, poor Asu. It killed you first and then the door opens? Oh no. So robbed of your life, you mean? Oh, yeah, okay. And then Seiji continues, I realize now that this old mini room was likely a tiny storage area or perhaps even an old servant's quarter. No idea exactly what it was, but the door was wide open and made me feel really uncomfortable. I didn't think any of it, but went back down to grab another box. Grabbing a box, I went back upstairs and the door to the attic was now shut. I never heard it close. I thought it was weird, but I opened it up and dropped off the box. Okay. Also, hi Asu, welcome. Your face is on the stream, yes. Oh, hi Harine.
Oh, hey,
hello. So I got back.
We're the mutes.
You're the mutes, no. So I got back down. Go back up. The door's closed. Down again. Door closed. Every time I go up there, I become more and more uncomfortable. I feel like I don't belong up in the attic. I just couldn't shake the feeling that I should not have been in there. But I had to move the boxes. Excuse me. Sneeze. I hope nothing. Is it just someone closing the door after you, or is it the wind? I don't know. No, but like that's scary. Gesundheit, thank you. Hello, Asu. Hello, Harine. Welcome to the spooky story stream. Although, like, I don't think we actually had talked about any actual spooky stories. Do the two of you know any like urban legends, spooky stories?
Now with you two here, I've moved further away from the spider. Renee's protecting me from the spider now.
I didn't realize that. Sorry, Rafa.
One stormy night. Well, it's not stormy. It was actually quite calm. So one night, I was just sleeping in my injustice-like behavior of actually going to sleep.
Right.
Okay. Some people have heard the story actually, but not stream-wise.
Okay.
So I was asleep on my bed. So my bed, the way I set up my bed is that the head area, the headrest area,
yeah,
is like away from my closet. Now from this not a closet, a little dresser that I have. That's like one of those sort of like a canvas dresser, right? And then but I realized after setting up the bed like that, if I were to sleep like this, I won't be able to watch the monitor and watch YouTube on my bed.
Okay.
So sometimes I would just sleep the other way around, when my head's on the at the leg area and my legs at the headrest area, right?
Right. Yeah.
But that means that the dresser is above my head.
Yeah.
Right. So one time I was sleeping, my hand was like up above, like over my head kind of thing, in the dresser area, in the dresser itself. And then as I was but then being asleep and all that, suddenly my hand felt like it got swatted like that.
Ooh.
Just a swat, right? And I woke up because of that swat.
Okay.
And I looked up, it's just my dresser, and I'm like, huh.
Your dresser slapped you in the hand.
I'm like, yeah, but the thing is, there's not my dresser only has like all my clothes and all that. So I'm like, huh, that was weird.
Your dresser totally slapped you. Like it is a Beauty and the Beast thing. Your dresser is
it's
alive.
like a DreamWorks movie.
Yeah.
But basically after that, I just tucked my hand in and went back to sleep.
I mean, that works. So
I have
really quickly, basically, Seiji continues the
Alright,
story.
yeah.
Let me finish reading that. Eventually, go back home to the next day. I mentioned it to my mother. My mother asked her friend about it, whether or not you believe in ghosts. The woman herself believes herself a psychic and that she can communicate with ghosts. But when my mother asked about that, the woman simply responded, "The door shouldn't have been open. It's fine now." And so my mother was like, "What does that mean? Was there something up there?" And the woman, even to this day, refuses to respond what it was. But years later, my mother decided to follow up on what it was, because the woman had moved to a different apartment. The only thing my mom's friend would answer was, "They're gone now, it's fine." Ooh. Who is it that they were talking about? Interesting.
But yeah,
Mm-mm.
I gotta say, even though I love ghost hunter shows and all that, I actually am a bit of a skeptic over these things.
Okay. Sounds like they killed the ghost. Tamo. Oh, poor ghost. Like, they didn't kill them, they just helped them move on.
You don't kill ghosts, you bust them, okay?
Oops.
Big difference.
Oh,
My
but there was
husband.
one time, because okay, sometimes I make a joke because there's another room that used to be my little brother's room before he moved out.
Mm-hmm.
That when he moved out last time, I decided to use that as my bedroom and my room as my working room.
Okay.
So when I slept there at night, I would hear things like creaking sounds,
Mm-hmm.
or like something like knocking sounds and all that.
Right.
But basically, I sort of like dismissed it
Mm-hmm.
as a sound, as like, because my house is connected to the neighbor's house, so I sort of like say like, it's just neighbor, it's just something in the neighbor's area or something. So dismissed it and everything. But I would joke around saying that it's the friendly ghost in the room, so it's my ghost friend is what I called it. But there was one time I was alone in the house, and I heard a voice calling for me that sounded like my mom. But when I opened my room door, checked around, I was still alone in the house.
Ooh.
But then I just dismissed it as maybe my imagination just going wild. That's all.
Ooh. Interesting. I mean,
Actually, I
actually.
was gonna say, I had a story. It was kind of like sleep paralysis instead of I think of it instead of a ghost thing.
Right.
But like I was on my bed and like I was paralyzed, like sleep paralysis.
Yep.
And I'm like looking. I have like a Yui poster on my wall, so like I was looking at
remember
that,
one. Yeah.
and then a shadow Yui came out of the Yui poster and stopped me from breathing. She became my sleep paralysis demon.
Yui is a sleep paralysis demon. It's confirmed.
She came out of the post, like literally came out of the poster as like a shadow creature.
Like a pure black shadow creature. Does it have a Yui shape on it though?
It was Yui. It was kind of Yui shaped. Yeah.
I think I told this in chat, not in chat, in Discord.
Yeah, you did.
My recent sleep paralysis story. Experience. So up to this point, I've never had sleep paralysis before. Never experienced it.
It's kind of terrifying, especially if you don't know what it is.
Yeah. So like, one morning I woke up really early and it was like, oh, it's a little too early for me to be awake. So I just like decided to just go back down into bed and see if I can take a nap right before actual morning wake up time. And then the moment I laid back down on bed, I could like, because I was sleeping on my sides. And then I could feel on either side of myself, like the bed dip, as if someone was like pushing onto it or stepping onto it, or like with their hands just pushing onto it. And that feeling of like, the dip in the bed actually moved up as if somebody was crawling up on either, like, with their hands on either side of me. And then like, it was like, what in the world is that feeling? And then like, but I didn't move, right? Either because I was sleep paralysis, so I can't move, but like, and then I suddenly feel this like the hair on the back of my neck raises. There's like this cold breeze. Then again, it could be because of the fan. And then like I could hear just voices by my ear, saying something like unintelligible. So like it was just, and then but then it went away after a bit. So like that was really scary for me at the moment because I didn't know what it was, and I was like, I was awake, so like it's not a nightmare, and I had no idea what it was. So it was kind of scary. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like people have only like started to understand like what sleep paralysis is like in recent years. Like,
Yeah.
people used to just be like, oh, that was ghost stuff happening.
There's studies that say that some of the stuff is because of the paralysis. Your mind is starting to like hallucinate.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, there's like a chemical that stops your body from moving while you're asleep. So like essentially what happens is if that chemical doesn't work properly, you'll be sleepwalking. You'll be moving around in your sleep.
And
If it's still
something
going
about,
when you're
and it also
consciously awake.
messes with your senses as well, which is
Okay.
why
Yeah.
people would hear things or see things or feel like what do you call that, like being pushed down and all that.
Yeah.
It's what they say.
Like, I get that sometimes too. Like it feels like I'm getting like sucked down into my bed sometimes from sleep paralysis. In
Well,
some of the
plus,
experiences I've had.
That's what science says.
Right.
We don't know
right.
whether that's like the real case or not.
So Tasamuka, your mom apparently saw you flailing around, but all I feel at the time was just silence and unable to open your eyes. Yeah, no, sometimes I think, although that being said, just like, when your brain is awake, but your body is not fully awake. Sometimes that happens, right?
Yeah,
It's
it's called VR.
It's gonna be her. You used to get sleep paralysis often, and it was always scared. But once I had such a bad day that I just got pissed off at my paralysis demon, I woke myself up. Wow,
I've
AG.
had that. I had that once. Like one time I had sleep paralysis. There was like something at the end of my bed, and it was like jittering around, all weird. There's this shadow, and I was trying to like. For some reason, my reaction was I wanted to punch it. I was angry at it. I'm like, why are you trying to scare me? I literally as soon as the paralysis stopped, I was like leaping up in bed to hit it.
You want to have a fight? Come on.
Like, what's your problem? I was like, why is he trying to scare me?
That sounds like absolutely wild. I don't think I've ever had sleep paralysis, though I do have like a scary sleep story once.
Ooh, you gonna share
like,
with us?
I don't have weird shapes coming out of walls and stuff like that or whatever.
You don't have weird Yuis coming out of the wall now.
No, I can't say I have, but there was
You guys don't
one
have
time
Yui coming out if you want.
where it was like I was at university, I was staying in dorms, and it was the winter term. I remember this. And I had an exam in 2 days. So me, being the wonderful student that I was, basically cracked my textbook open for the first time 2 days before.
Okay.
And
See you, Belcourt.
my plan was to do an all-nighter. But for those that don't know, I also live in Canada.
Yep.
Now, I was studying, and then I think I just passed out at my desk because I suddenly kind of like sat back up at my desk. I just regained consciousness at my desk.
Right.
And I had a wall clock. And
Oh.
it said 6.
Okay.
And I looked at my textbook and I had barely gotten through half the material, and my exam was at 9.
Oh.
And I was thinking, is it 6 a.m. or is it 6 p.m.?
Yeah.
And I'm looking out the window and it's completely dark, but it's Canada, so at 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. in the winter, it's dark. And I'm just like,
yeah.
what day is it? What time is it? Where am I? Who am I? And I called out to my roommate. I'm like, what day is it? And nobody answered.
Oh.
And
Why, it's Christmas Day.
I look around. There was nobody in the apartment. So I go out into the building. There's nobody in the building.
Ooh.
What?
I go out in the streets. There's nobody in the streets, and I'm just like, People are usually still out at 6 a.m. I mean, at 6 p.m. People usually aren't out at 6 a.m. Is it 6 a.m. exam day? And then a pizza guy stopped by, and I was like, nobody orders pizza at 6 a.m. though. What time is it? So I had to ask him. It was 6 p.m. the same day that I cracked. I fell asleep for like 30 minutes.
So
Pizza Boy, what year is it?
So
Exactly,
I
I was-
was day yet, so it's okay.
No, I think I blacked out for like 30 minutes, but it
Oh.
felt like
hours. Yeah.
Forever.
well, it wasn't that it felt like hours. I had no bearing on my time and location.
I see.
Right.
I
Right.
completely just like blanked out, and I was, and then oh, I still have a day and a half before the exams.
That's crazy.
But no, I had never felt so lost.
Oh yeah.
Understandable.
Yeah.
No, understandable.
I've had that
understandable.
happen.
Yeah. And then I remember
Disoriented.
like after I got my bearings back, I'm like, oh right, no, I know that my housemates they're staying at school a little later today, so that's why they're like that. Da, 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 da. It was like weird that I didn't see anyone on the way out, but
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes
it
sense.
was, man, I was just like, there was a moment I thought, am I dead?
Oh, yeah.
Is
It
this
was
is this
no
what the
one, right?
afterlife looks like? Just
Yeah.
limbo? Am I
The
am I in
afterlife
limbo?
is just
No,
school the day before
understandable.
exams.
Anyway,
Or,
I
or maybe
got,
everyone just else got raptured and then you were left behind.
Right, it didn't feel real. I was like, am I actually awake? Like it just
Can I ask a very important question?
go.
Did you pass that exam?
I did.
Oh,
Good.
cool.
Good job.
I've only ever failed 2 exams in my 5 years in uni, and they were both my year 1 exams. This was a story from year 4.
Ah. Yeah, it would be kind of lame if afterlife was just a completely empty apartment building and sleep. Sleep sounds good.
Anyway.
Mm.
Anyway, I got a
Okay.
Harune written story inside
Ooh,
in the server. Okay,
Ooh.
hold on. Let
You're
me
reading it?
tell the story. Yeah.
You're reading it. Okay.
Mama
Storytelling.
Harune once told me that her cousin was a psychic medium. When my dad
No, that's not what she
yeah,
wrote.
I know.
That's not what she wrote. Is that my
I
voice?
mean-
Oh no, Hardy.
No. That's actually what she wrote. But yeah, I'm trying to do her voice.
Excuse me.
When my dad had first gone to Taiwan, he came down with a flu-like sickness. My mom took my dad to see her cousin, and he said the spirits weren't happy that he was there. It was a lot of malarkey. So he did a cleansing and gave some offerings to my dad and quickly recovered. I didn't know if he believes it was spirits, but Mama really definitely believes.
Malarkey.
I was running with a malarkey game.
I can't do Harune's voice. Oh, Harune would totally know what malarkey means. Harune says so many oldie stuff that she totally knows what malarkey means. Anyway, I said that just now because Kai type in like as if Harune would know what malarkey means. So I'm just
Oh.
saying, Harune totally knows what malarkey means.
How is it supposed to be scary when Asa reads it like that? Good question. Good question.
Ooh, spooky ghost.
Spoopy goes. Hardy has a way of speaking
Well,
and I love it.
TLDR, Mama Rene has a cousin that's a psychic medium. Dad had a flu-like sickness, took to see the cousin, and the spirits weren't happy that he was there in Taiwan.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder if there's any like, because I'm thinking about how you're really into Final Fantasy 14. I wonder if there's any like MMO ghost stories, like people somehow like still communicating through the game.
I don't want to know.
Maybe you've met a ghost and you don't even know it.
Maybe I will see Rafunk's ghost in Final Fantasy 14 at some point.
Wait,
You never
do you know something I don't? Something gonna happen to me?
The only way to save yourself is to play FF14.
Yeah, the only way to do it.
Oh, I'm doomed.
Oh. There is here's some real FF14 horror story. Delib and Regine Savage, no healers. Anyways, so one not a horror story, but like I also so like Grandma Sui also knows a spirit medium. And because Grandma so likes to go horse racing. So there was this like the like a stable, because like Hong Kong has like several different stables, and each stable has like their own dedicated horse trainer, right? So one of the stables was having like a bad streak of like, you know, racing history or something like that, like just they weren't winning. And so the spirit medium friend went to look at the stable, and then she came back and she said, like, you know, to the trainer, that there was a bad spirit just clinging to the trainer in particular. So they went to that person's house, and she did a cleansing. I think it was like a horse spirit or something like that, like some sort of animal spirit. And like she got really sick afterwards, but that stable, like the next race, they actually won it. So like, you know, whatever impurities that were in there was cleansed, but the healer, the spiritualist, got really sick afterwards because she had to absorb all the negativity, apparently.
Wow, that's crazy.
So yeah, that'd be true story.
I got a little curious when you brought up the whole, like, is there any ghost stories regarding like games and MMOs and stuff? So I looked it up.
Oh no!
I googled it, and it's all like really silly things. It's like, oh, here's the like rank list of like the top 5 scariest stories we've heard from games, and it's like one of them's talking about how like in Minecraft there's Herobrine, which is like the ghostly version of your character wandering around the world.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Which is actually a thing that was implemented in an old version of the game. It's like a little Easter egg. There was one where somebody played a League of Legends match and then said GG to a teammate and looked into the profile, but that profile hadn't been used in years and didn't have the games recorded or whatever. And I like how rank number 1, the scariest story we have to tell for you, is from Final Fantasy XIV.
Oh no!
Once, in the dead of night, this guy leveling up his tank was going into queues, and at one point realized that he wasn't getting the instant queues that tanks usually would get. So when he looked at the duty finder, it said "Adventure in Need DPS," and that's the scariest thing.
That is scary. Adventure in Need DPS. What?
You never see that.
Yep.
That's true, you never do see that, but that's kind of funny.
Because when we took a look at Duty Finder, to our horror, we found this. Adventure in Need DPS, the horror. Surely this means Cthulhu is to rise from his ancient slumber and destroy the world. A myth has come true. A truly horrific tale of earth-shattering proportions. Where have all the DPS gone? Where?
Yeah, how is Adventure needed?
Maybe the
DPS
rapture happened and turns out tanks and healers are the real assholes.
And DPS all got transferred.
Like every
Hold
other
on, I just opened my duty finder.
every other horror story at least has like a hint of like, oh yeah, I can see where that's spooky. This one's just
That is hilarious.
This one hits
sorry.
close to home.
I like the fact that it's like the top horror. It's just the fact that it's like, look, DPS
It's the
didn't
game mechanic thing.
yeah. The Ghost League player was ranked 4th.
There was like a classic, like, creepy story about, I think it was Ocarina of Time. It was Ocarina of Time with Majora's Mask, about like someone finding an old save file from like the person who had like previously owned it, and then there was like some strange things happening in game. I think it might have been like a creepypasta or something though. Yeah. I think it was like Ben or something.
Ben
TMI.
Majora's Mask in general is just creepy.
It is a creepy game.
Majora's Mask. Oh, Ben drowned. Oh boy, now we're getting into creepypastas.
Creepypasta is pretty much like
It's internet made up like
yeah,
creepy stories.
Oh.
yeah, spooky stories.
I believe Slender Man like came out of that, right?
Yep. Slender Man was a creepypasta, and so was Siren Head. Siren Head is a creepypasta as well.
you remember Halo 2? There was a Ghost of Lockout. Oh, Pokemon has some creepypasta. I see. Oh, Pokemon creepypasta is usually about Lavender Town.
Yep.
I see. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, scary stories. I mean, like,
The
don't
Japanese-
think, we have a lot of actual scary stories in this stream, but it's been fun, right? Yeah.
The Japanese creepypasta is, I believe, the Shigaraki Station. One of the Japanese creepypasta.
I wonder if there's any VTuber creepypastas.
Was it Shigaraki Station or Shiragaki? I forgot what was called.
Actually, I think I kind of made one based on a nightmare I had one time.
Yeah.
Welcome.
But
to the
there was this like
Kisaragi. Right, yeah. Thanks, Harane.
VTuber.
Kisaragi Station.
there was like a VTuber that we all used to watch, but they somehow got like erased from our memories.
I used to
In the
remember a
shop.
demon lord, right? There
Wait,
was
what?
still a
Window.
demon
You're
lord.
gonna go there?
I can still hear the chew paws echo.
The Chupas, yeah, right? I think so. Didn't that exist? I thought
Fallen
that
Angel,
existed.
welcome to the Dragon's Temple, and thank you for the follow. Oh no.
Ukade, so she's right behind you.
What? No.
And then you'll hear
Once
an echo of a
upon a
chupa.
Once upon a time, a long, long ago, when I first started, I started my stream and I was getting set up. And the first person in chat showed up and said hello. And I said hello back. But the view count still said 0.
Legit, that has happened to me before, though, so I totally get it.
That's pretty common, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, the view count just takes a while to catch up.
Yep, exactly. Now, sometimes they always like the first time that happened to me, I was like, wait, what? That's crazy.
Sometimes a new follower joins, and they say hello. I hear the voice say hello. I say hello back, and then I don't hear anything bad.
Sometimes.
I got a new follower and I was really happy, but then I looked at the name and it was Haas.
Zero.
That's a horror story right there.
Sometimes though, when I get a sub, and the TTS it would write the TTS would remind me of a message that the person put in, but I don't have TTS on. Dun, dun.
Silence. Just silence. There was nothing. There was just silence. No reaction. Just silence.
Text to speech was not on.
You could have standard siren noises when then warped ones, then nuclear strike notice, and the
See, this-
terrifying part is that they add an ice cream truck song to it. Isn't Penny the only VTuber that could pass as a creepy popular creepypasta?
Gee, did you have a stroke? Are you okay?
I'm sorry. Just
It's
the
a glitch.
idea of Pending being a creepypasta. Believe it or
She
not,
got possessed.
though, I feel
But
I
yes.
feel like it's possible. Like the scariest person I've ever seen play Dead by Daylight
Dead
is
by Daylight,
Pending.
yeah. Yep.
Pending's got some dark backstory
Pending,
stuff.
Harane, if you play Dead by Daylight with Pending, and he's the killer, he can be really scary.
Yeah. Like, can you imagine Pending in his voice just saying, "Where
I
are
just
you?
wanna be
I just
your
wanna be friends.
Let's
Let's hang around together."
We can be
While
friends
he's
forever.
chasing you.
While he tries to stab you
Yeah.
and hack you to pieces.
Let's play.
Yeah, he would be
Pending
like,
for the first
"Why are
time
you?"
recently.
I say, "Why are you running? I just want to be friends with you. Let's play together." I was like, "Oh my god!"
The ice cream truck song is
Yeah.
not scary, but the fact that it's played in a siren head would mean that it tries to attract kids. Huh.
Like all of horror knows, like kids are terrifying. You don't.
Kids are terrifying.
Okay.
Like, okay, how often it is like, in any child horror movie, like a horror movie involving a child, you will always hear the song, "Ring around the rosy." Like, why? It makes no sense.
Or what they did in
Kids don't know that song anymore.
what they did in what do you call that, Nightmare on Elm Street, where they used the 1, 2
Welcome
buckle my
to
shoe,
the
but
Dragon's
change the
Temple.
lyrics around to make it creepier as well.
Welcome to the
These-
Dragon's Temple.
these
and thank
days-
you for the follow.
These days, ghost kids will be like 6 kills on the board right now. Just wiped out Tomato Town.
Get down.
And be like,
Oh my god, what is that?
call me maybe.
The true horror right there. True horror.
Can you imagine
guys.
like a ghost kid actually singing "Call Me Maybe," and you go like, "Oh God, no, I don't want to."
What is that link you keep posting? Tio
Hold on, let me check. Let me check.
Ghost Kid
Okay.
is like, I really want to chug with
Nope.
you.
Nope. I don't know
Okay.
what it is, but I am going to delete it.
Okay, sorry. Anyways, yeah.
No links in chat, please.
I should probably do a no link thingy in chat. Apologize. I'll
It's
apologies
okay.
for that. I'll change it later. Yeah. The spooky stream is getting as warped as it is now. Yeah.
Yeah, the guy's just a spammer. I'm gonna
Okay.
ban him.
Yeah,
Thank
that
you
was.
for the follow? Question mark.
He's just spamming the
Yeah.
your
The
video
URL.
nonstop.
Yeah, that's no problem.
It was just some song.
Yep.
I don't.
Yeah.
Not relevant to the conversation at all.
Yep,
Okay.
not at all.
You can set links to be subscribers only. Yeah, I can do that. Thanks. Yeah,
Hmm.
I'll do
Didn't even
that for the
post-
next stream.
Didn't even post Ring Around the Rosie.
No, it's not
No,
Ring
not
Around the
even.
Rosie.
Not even
Like-
anything that has anything to do with the stream.
You know what? I think I've said this before in a stream somewhere. Can you imagine this song being like, you know, the scary song that kids sing it nowadays? Give me 1 second. This is gonna go. That's okay. YouTube ad. YouTube ad. Is it a YouTube ad? It's not a YouTube ad. Okay, here it is.
YouTube ads are terrifying.
YouTube ads.
Right.
They are terrifying. But like, can you imagine like scary kid, child horror singing this song? No, not Friday. Rickroll is gonna be the scary song.
Wait, I'm not. Okay, I heard it on the stream. She puts on Baby Shark. Actually, I think
Actually would be scary.
When I was playing with Argama one time, we did get with the new Phasmo update, and you know how they
Yeah.
have like singing now and all that.
Yeah.
We did make a joke about like it playing Baby Shark. I think it was.
I
with
did,
you
yeah.
And Rafang.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was
welcome.
Argama, you and Rafang, and we were like doing that joke.
I would never want to
Just like-
listen to this cursed song.
Just like you can hear like Baby Shark, do 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 do, Baby Shark, do do do. Another one would be like Mommy finger, Daddy finger.
Oh god. Oh, imagine if Pending singing Baby Shark in Dead by Daylight. Oh god. Now you need to remove this from your head. Sorry, Timo. Sorry.
Baby Shark.
I love the fact that like people are just like, no, God, why? Please stop. Why?
Here's the funny thing: if you take like classic nursery rhymes, it is creepy when you turn it into like something for
nursery
ghosts and
rhymes.
stuff.
Is it nursery rhymes? Like some of the songs are supposed to be scary. They're like about
Mhm.
historical events that are scary.
Oh yeah. I mean, like
So, yeah.
London Bridge. That's about the burning of London Bridge that always, that was like, yeah.
Oh my god. That'd be like, what if they were like
Sorry, go.
the modern equivalent of that would be like if kids had songs about like 9/11 or something, like something like really
Oh
horrible
my
tragedies
Oh
in
yeah.
that's what it is. Like
well, it
that's
is,
what it was.
it is.
No,
back then.
I know what you mean. I'm just like thinking about, wow, that's just crazy.
It is.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. That's what kids in the past would sing about. Like that's what.
Yep, I know. I mean, but then like back then there was like less sensitivity because there was no media.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
They'd sing about like
TV and
just
all that.
horrible things.
Yep.
Like kids were exposed to such horrible things back then.
Exactly. No,
Like,
Well,
Yeah,
you
like I
don't
said,
realize it like as kids, right? And also, Ring Around the Rosie was about the Black Plague. Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah. Like it's about like basically, it goes like, we all fall down. So
Yep.
like
We all died. Yeah.
yeah, and also like pushing up
Horrible
daisies
tragedy.
sort of thing. Oh, that's the new rhyme about the horrible disaster. That's a banger, Seiji. Yes, yeah.
I
You
Yeah.
even heard the new cover
To
song?
be fair, Baby Shark is about,
Baby
shark
sharks.
attacks.
Yeah. True that. Anyways, I think we've almost reached our 2-hour mark, and I was only planning to stream for 2 hours, so I think yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
despite the fact that this sort of horror, not horror, but like urban legend talk got kind of sidetracked, very sidetracked, totally sidetracked. Thank you guys for being
Wait,
here.
What urban legends did you guys touch anyway?
We talked about a little bit about some Chinese like old practices of like I don't know if you know the word kai ming fan. Have you heard of it before?
Nope.
No, that is not a term I'm familiar with.
Okay.
Yep.
It
Nope.
basically means like marriage to the underworld.
Oh. Okay.
So like in very like rural towns, the idea that like the rich families would want someone to accompany their dead son to the underworld, and they would like corpse bride sort of.
Yeah,
But
I was gonna
corpse
say, it
bride
sounds like
is-
it could be a Tim Burton movie.
but corpse bride, but the corpse bride is a living person.
Yeah.
Well, not for long.
Not for long.
It might have been a concept introduced in like the old like Gengxi Xinsang movies, because that's the
Yeah.
one that's like really my only exposure.
Could be.
Oh, did you?
could be.
I mean, sorry. This is pushing back to the Kisaragi Station story. Did you guys know about that? The Kisaragi Station.
No.
Basically, it's something to do with 2chan as well, the Japanese forum.
Okay.
I don't know if it was a girl or a guy that was like fell asleep on the train
Mm-hmm.
and woke up finding out that the train has stopped in the last stop called Kisaragi Station.
Okay.
So the person puts up in 2chan going like, I'm in this place called Kisaragi Station and I don't know where this is. Can anybody help me? And then 2chan was replying going like, I'm looking at the maps and all that. There's no Kisaragi Station anywhere. And then the person was like, you guys are kidding, right? I mean, come on, somebody just help me out. And then, it goes on and on where the person is trying to find help about the Kisaragi Station thing.
Mm-hmm.
And she says like, I'm going to just put it as a she now. She says like the station's abandoned. There's no one, there's no attendant, there's no other customers and all that. And then the people in 2chan keeps on replying, going like, maybe you should just hang around the station and see, and then maybe when the new train comes in tomorrow morning, then you can get back.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was like, the station is kind of creepy though, since there's no one around. So I'm gonna try to go around outside. She tried to go outside of the station,
Mm-hmm.
but it's all pure black, like super dark,
Ooh.
right? So she decides to go on the track to try and get her way back to
yeah.
the previous
Population.
station.
Yeah.
So as she walks on the track, she starts hearing drums and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And then nobody knows. She doesn't know what it is, and people in the forum was like, maybe you should stay away from the drums. And then suddenly she was like, oh, I see a car, maybe I'll ask him for help. And then he was like, you shouldn't go on the car, it might be dangerous, you don't know who that stranger is.
Right.
And then she was like in the car, and then she was like, no, the person's nice, he says that he'll get me back to where I need to go. But then after that, there was no more reply. Everybody keeps on trying to contact her and all that.
Okay.
No more replies. Nobody knows what happened to her.
Okay.
That's the whole story with the Kisaragi Station. Now the idea is that Kisaragi Station is supposed to be the last station that you go to after you die.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's one of the creepypasta, Japanese creepypasta that I know about.
It sounds like a
it's-
CSP story. Yes, it does.
It's actually has been made into a video game called Ghost Train, and in fact,
Oh.
several games actually uses the Kisaragi Station as like a base for
Ghost Train.
Ghost Train.
Penny would love that.
Penny would love it.
Yeah, Sugunohi has a Kisaragi Station as well.
Mm.
One of the Sugunohi storyline actually has Kisaragi Station as one of the setting.
Oh. Yeah.
But yeah, Kisaragi
Yeah,
Station.
because I'm seeing references to Kisaragi Station in a lot of like light novel media now and all that.
Oh. Even
Other
then,
side,
cool.
Other Side Picnic like is a sci-fi story about like
Oh.
these girls chasing ghosts or whatever, and they mentioned Kisaragi Station in there.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like urban legend.
Yep. That's definitely an urban legend.
Yeah. Oh. Another urban legend that we talked about was Akamantoru, the Red Mantle, a toilet one. The Kuchisaki Onna. What's that sound?
What the heck was that?
Yeah, sorry about that. It's background noise.
Go!
Rafang heard Kuchisaki Onna and got like, oh no.
Yeah. So yeah.
You guys are angering up the ghosts in my house.
Yeah. Rafung's ghost. Rafung's ghost.
Have I been
sus.
dead this whole time?
He's the imposter.
Actually,
Get him.
what do you call it? Lupin was playing a game called what was it, World of Horrors, and it had the Kuchisaki Onna in there in the first storyline.
Yeah.
Guys, I
Like-
swear I'm only a little bit see-through.
You're only a little bit see-through. You're not completely see-through. Oh, okay. Anyways, yeah, so like we talked a little bit. Oh, it's true, Asu does have a red mantle.
No.
isn't it green?
My cape is green. Yeah, my cape
Yeah,
is
it's
green.
green.
I have a red game.
I have
Yeah.
a red mask. Yeah, Rafang has a red cape.
Yeah. No, like so like we talked a little bit about scary stories, and then we sort of diverged into like other chat, but that's okay. Well, that's what generally happens in my streams, anyways. But I kind of like the themed talks that we have, so I will continue those. I know I haven't done them in a while, so yeah, themed chat streams will reconvene, and hope you guys enjoy it next time. But thank you so much for coming. I'm just gonna call it a night. I will see you guys at another time. My next stream. Yeah, thank you so much. There was a reference in the one Gegege no Kitaro. Oh, Gegege no Kitaro is a good anime. Oh, Hellsoul's entire body is red. What was it? Yeah, this was a fun stream. It was lots of fun. So my next stream is going to be where is my schedule? On Wednesday morning, I am playing Timeline. I am continuing the puzzle that I have
Nice.
sort of failed to do last stream. So definitely join us for some fun, and thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We are gonna raid somebody else who is online. Who be online?
So many people.
Who be online?
Let's see. Nane is online. Nane
Rose
was online.
Doodles online.
DK Ella Store's online.
Ooh, lots of
I
people
got-
online.
Twee?
I mean, Mermaiders online.
Onigiri's online.
Mermson?
Who has the least viewers?
What Nane is doing Rose Doodle. Yeah, Rose Doodle's doing a
Rose Doodle definitely does not
charity.
have the least viewers.
She,
no, he
yeah.
doesn't have those viewers. Yeah, Nane has like 8 viewers.
Okay, let's go raid Nane.
We're gonna go say hi to Nane. Wow.
Yay. So it's raid
Nani?
Nane. Is it just Nane?
Nane niwa.
Nane Niwa.
Nane underscore or just Nane
No,
Niwa?
just one word. Just one word.
Okay.
Nane Niwa.
Cool.
Just playing the Pokemon Unites.
Ooh, Pokemon Unite. Raid.
The game that I have abandoned.
Yeah, what be the raid call tonight?
Spoopy
That
Raid.
game's too much salt.
Spoopy stream.
Urban. Oh, I was about to say Urban Tangent Raid.
Spoopy stream. Spoopy but not spoopy stream.
Spoopy but not spoopy stream. Raid, yeah.
Spoopy but not spoopy raid. There you go. Spoopy. Like this is like really long, but like Spoopy but not spoopy raid. There you go. Alright guys, thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We are gonna...
Welcome to the Dragon's Temple.
Welcome to the Dragon's Temple, and thank you for the follow, McMickey. We are just finishing. I apologize. I hope you've been sort of here for before. So that, well, I will be streaming again on Wednesday, so please do join us when you have the time. And sorry, I'm so sorry, But
It's okay.
yeah. But we be rating now in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.